How about you old heads? You're about to get out the door and have no clue as to what's on the other end. Better ask now.
Damien, tell me about the so-called friends you had that might have went to prison or while you was there. What happened?
Friends I had in, I'll take it back to the younger kids. The friends I had in elementary school and middle school, they was into being class clowns, being funny, making people laugh, doing everything negative that now I see is really not funny. So those was the type of friends I was making. And I was so used to making those type of friends. When I got into the high school, those same friends was dropping out of high school. Half of those friends didn't graduate. I think all my friends I had in high school, maybe one graduated, me and another one. And when I got to college, I was still making those same type of friends. And some of those friends were dropping out of college. Some of those friends were going to prison for drugs. I ended up dropping out. But when I dropped out, I ended up in prison, still on a negative path. I mean, I had a real nice career going through college, you know, for computers. And, you know, a lot of young kids will go to college, end up in college, hopefully, and just don't fall into the negativity with ladies, with guys such as I was in college that might have ruined you. You only get one mind. You know, you partying, you drinking in college, you think you grown. Fella, partying, drinking in college, think you grown. I've been there, you know. I'm 29. Lord willing, I see 30. But, you know, I have a testimony. I didn't realize that I had such a testimony. You know, I wrote the book in prison. So after my accident, that's when I got to speaking about my journey. So my journey is a real testimony to be shared with the youth. Because guys such as me, yourself, you know, we've been there from a young kid and, you know, growed up, and we had friends and we had people that was not our friends, but we seen what they did. We have to learn from the ones that made big mistakes. Some mistakes that's your last chance. I know you was telling me two guys you mentored, they was on a negative path and they got killed up in Richmond. So sometimes you don't get a chance to get saved, make it to heaven. You don't get a chance. And sometimes you get a chance to change your life. You know, I was lucky I got a chance to change my life, to get saved, to understand what a real relationship with God is. You know, God is my friend.
One question for me. Some kids right now have the impression that it's cool to be a thug, and it's no big deal to go to jail. You got any comments on that?
I tell you, well, jail is not what they make it out to be. To tell you the truth about jail, it's kind of easy to be trapped in the bathroom. But you imagine you get trapped in that bathroom for 5 years, for 10 years. I mean, ain't nothing hard about that at all. They slide your tree up on the door, but who want to be locked in that bathroom for 10 years? And you only get one life. You know, it's so simple, so easy. You just trapped in the bathroom for 10 years, but who want to be trapped in there for 10 years? And I mentor kids that are on their way to W.W. Moore, to Boys Home, and I tell them, you know, it ain't over. You still can have success. Whatever you title to success, you still can have success after Boys Home. You just got to find a positive path, and you got to have, you know, what are you going to do in Boys Home? You know, you have to find a positive. What are you planning to do in 5 years? Where you see yourself? And when they say they want to be a doctor or a lawyer, a lot of them say professional basketball players. I don't count them out. Okay, but do you know the qualities it takes to be a doctor? Do you know the hours you have to put in to studying to be a lawyer? I don't count them out. I just let them know and show them, okay, it's a lot behind being a doctor or lawyer. It won't just, it ain't easy. It's a lot you have to do. Do you have the will it take to become a doctor or a lawyer? And I don't count them out, you know, but I I encourage them to go on, to move forward, to, you know, just get on a positive path. You know, still can be successful. Even though you go on your way to WW more, you still can be successful. You have to get on a positive path. And I don't pick nothing for them to do. I let them tell me what they like to do, and kind of help them out towards, okay, you love to do that. With this, you can pick this route you can take. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Can you cut it off? Cut it off.
Wait a minute.
Damien.
When I saw you all coming in with your t-shirts, I quickly pulled it up on the internet to see what that was all about, and I'm glad that you were invited to come and speak, and I do encourage you to keep and continue to do so. You definitely, I was waiting to hear the word testimony, and you said you definitely have the testimony, knowing that, you know, the path that you took, you turned it around and got on the right track. I saw that you had a 10% chance of survival after that accident, and that definitely is a miracle only by God. I'm an educator in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I teach middle schoolers, so I see those that are already disciplined and are I can assume that they'll be all right and they'll take the right path, but then there's some others that I see that, you know, it's sad, but it's, you know, reality that there are some that are going to make the wrong decisions, and having someone like you going around talking about what you've been through, it's definitely positive, and glad you were invited.
Thank you.
Question. How do you go about choosing your friends or picking your friends or allowing ones to be your friend?
Trust God, the way God lead me, and so I trust I would make the right decision, that God would lead me towards the right decision, make the right friends, and so far the friends that I have chosen, a lot of them are into church. Some of them are pastors and preachers, and a lot of them are, you know, they're just into positive things. I mean, helping the youth. I mean, I'm always willing to be a friend with somebody that's helping the youth, because, you know, our youth, that's our future.
Understand being part of the friend.
That question over here.
Kids nowadays do not want to listen to older people. Can you give us some input on that? Because I'm raising my 13-year-old, and she's saying I'm 2 years old and she's 21. And another question, when you were in that accident, what was running through your mind as the accident?
The accident, actually, I drove to California every week, and one person drive while one person sleep. So I was actually in the back sleep, so I knew nothing at all. I remember Thanksgiving. I had the accident December 5th on my brother's birthday, and I don't remember nothing from Thanksgiving until Thanksgiving of 2011 to February the 1st, 2012. So I was in a coma for 7 days,
Damn.
2 months. And it's you know, my memory process, you know, I lost a lot of memory. I had trouble remembering, and I have trouble with focus a lot of times, and I don't remember anything from the accident. I was asleep. What was the first question?
About the kids
Kids.
not listening to older people.
Well, I have a daughter that's Khalil,
Dana Khalil.
which is 11. I have one daughter that's 6. And like my father said, I can hope and pray and try to guide them towards the right thing, but whether the future, when she graduates, what she do in the future, she had to have the will of herself to do right. She had to want to make her father proud. She had to want to make her mother proud. And in return, mother or father has to set an example. You know, some type of an example have to set for their children.
Any more?
I was just curious, what do you think it was that drew you to those types of friends that were into negative things and were not a positive influence in your life?
I think it was stuff that I had never experienced before, and I think a lot of it come from our family. I mean, like you 12, 13, you ride out with your older cousins, your older brothers, and you see the example that they set for their youth, for their young ones. And it just drew my attention, and it went on, you know. Like I said, you only get one mind. If you put one negative thought in your mind, it could ruin you for the rest of your life. You know, the mind is kind of like a computer. If you program all good stuff in that computer, then when you go to use that computer, when you pull it back up, you can use it for good things. But then if you put a bunch of junk in that computer, even when I go pull it back up, the video might not even play it on the screen. It's got a bunch of junk filter in it. And you only get one mind, you know. When I think of the word mind or life, I think of the word forever. You know, so just be careful of, I mean, even if you're right, and even if you're with your best friend or your sister, your mother or father, don't be scared to tell your mother she wrong. Don't be scared to tell your father she wrong. If they're wrong, meaning right, like I tell my daughter, you know, if I be wrong sometimes, your dad not going to be right all the time. Show it to me in the Bible. Show me the Bible where I'm wrong. And
Are there any more? Okay, well, let's thank Damien again for as I have no clue as to what we're supposed to do next.